Hi, this is Rachel with Beadaholique, and today I want to show you how to use head pins to hide the holes of beads in a bezel for resin. One of the things I love about resin is that you can embed anything you want in it, including beads of all shapes and sizes. So here's a pendant I did using a Nunn design bezel and some Nugget pearls. So these pearls aren't round and some of them just wanted to lay on their sides, which means that the hole is pointing up. So one of the things I like to do to cover that is to use a head pin just in the middle of the hole to cover up the hole of the bead and add a decorative element to the piece. So here's what you'll need to do that technique. You'll need a bezel, and I have one started here. You'll need some irregularly shaped beads, like these Nugget pearls. You'll need some head pins. You'll need some crafter's pick glue. And for your tool, you'll need some flush cutters. So here is how you do it. I'm going to take a head pin, and this is the bezel I'm going to be using. So you can see there are a couple of holes sticking up just where the pearls are laying on their sides. So I'm just going to clip off just the very end. I like this technique because you can use head pins that have been too bent to do anything else with, because you're cutting off the rest of that wire and you only see the tip. And we're just going to fit it right into the hole of this pearl there. And you saw that it just slid right in. And now the hole of that pearl is plugged up, you won't see it. And it adds a metallic decorative element that calls out the color of the bezel. So it looks like a design choice as well as a functional technique. So I did that one without glue because if you're going to do a resin pour, the resin will affix those head pins in place and you won't need to glue them in any other way. But if you're not going to have your resin covering your beads, I'm going to demonstrate how to do this with glue as well. So I'm going to take another head pin and I'm just going to clip off the very end. And we're going to go to our crafter's pick glue. And since this is such a tiny piece, I'm going to use a piece of scrap wire to get the glue out and put it on the end of this little piece. And for that, I'm just going to use another head pin. So I'm just going to dip my scrap wire into the glue and take a little bit, put just a dab on the end, you don't need very much. And now I'm going to put this little glued head pin into the hole of this pearl over here. So now this head pin is glued into that pearl. And so now if the resin is not going to cover the top of your beads, it'll still be really securely fixed in there because crafter's pick is a super glue. So that will hold you pretty well. And I actually did this piece over here that I didn't even put resin in. So this is some Nugget pearls again with some head pins just glued in with crafter's pick. And since this is a necklace pendant, it really won't get that much wear and tear. So you'll be safe just having those head pins glued in with the crafter's pick, unless you're a very aggressive hugger. But if you're not, then that should be a fine hold for you. So that is how you do this functional yet decorative technique. You can find all of these supplies at beadaholique.com. Thank you for watching.